Alright everyone, I want to welcome you all back to more Fate Stay Night. So we're at a point where we can finally see what was going on from the perspective of Shiro now, because with Rin, all we saw was that he saw the fight between Archer and Lancer, got killed, and then revived. It wasn't until Rin realized that late in the game that after she revived him that there was a possibility that Lancer could go after him. And so we're going to see what was going on from Shiro's perspective this time. And yeah, so that's pretty much where we are right now. And if anything else, hope you all continue to enjoy. Thank you again for love and support. And let's do this. Alright everyone, welcome back. I collapsed to the floor. I lie on the ground and finally calm down. Yeah, take that deep breath, man. You need it. You just came back to life. I take a deep breath. When I inhale, my heart cries in pain as if cracking apart. No, that's wrong. It wasn't just cracked. It had a hole in it, but it healed, and the wound tries to open up again when I inhale. No, that's wrong too. I wasn't almost killed. I was actually killed. But I'm still alive in spite of that because someone saved me. Since the person was there, that person might have something to do with them. But that makes no difference to the fact that the person saved me. I have to thank them one of these days. The moment I let my guard down, the pain returns. At the same time, I feel like vomiting. I sit up and resist the sickness. I place my hand on my bare chest where the uniform is ripped. Even though I was saved, I did have a hole in my chest. That feeling. Such an unpleasant feeling, a spearhead entering my body, isn't something I can forget easily. It's something to replace the nightmare of you always seeing fires. If I close my eyes, it feels like the lance is still in me. I shake off the illusion and try to calm down. The result of all that training every night. Just taking a few deep breaths clears my mind, and the heat and nausea vanish from my body. A man in blue and a man in red. They looked human, but I don't think they were. Were they like ghosts or something? But I've never heard of ghosts with form, able to associate directly with people. Let alone try and kill you, right? And they were talking too. If they have their own will, it's hard for me to think of them as ghosts. I've heard that the only ghosts with a body are spirits, but weren't they shaped differently from humans? There's another fundamental problem. Those two were killing each other. The murderous burglar that has appeared in the neighborhood. The ongoing ominous events in Fuyuki City. All I can tell with such thoughts is that it's way out of my league. Perhaps because the wound on my chest is so vivid, I complain about things I shouldn't. Complaining comes later. First, I have to decide whether or not it's my concern. Uh-oh. The bell hung from the ceiling rings. This is a Magus house, even if only a poor one. There's a boundary field that alerts me when a stranger enters the property. As I speak, I realize my foolishness. That can't be it. With this timing right after that strange incident, that can't be it. There's an intruder. Not a burglar, but an assassin who's here for my life. Because I remember that guy saying, "You saw us, so die." The house is filled with silence. In the silent darkness, the murderous intent I felt at school is slowly drawing closer. My throat gulps. I feel a sharp chill running down my spine. I will be instantly pierced if I move from this room. I frantically contain the scream about to escape my mouth. The instant I release it, this assassin will happily jump in and take the opportunity to kill me. If that happens, it will be just like before. Unprepared, I'll be pierced by that lance again. The moment I think about it, my breathing goes wild. Damn it. I'm ashamed that I'm about to give up my saved life so easily, and then I'm afraid. Gritting my teeth and holding my chest, I try to restrain myself. I should get used to it. This is the second time. This is the second time I'm about to be killed. That alone is enough to make me want to end it differently from last time. Besides, I'm a magus. What have I been learning for the past 8 years if I can't even protect my own life? Enough thinking. Right now, I just have to counter the intruder. Even though I'm a magus, all I can do is strengthen something that could be a weapon. To fight, I need a weapon. The shed has lots of things that could become weapons, but it's too far away. If I'm attacked when I leave the living room, it would just be a repeat of what happened earlier. It would be difficult, but I have to find a weapon here. Something long and thin would be best. My opponent's weapon is a lance, so something like a knife won't do. It would be great if there were a wooden sword or something, but of course there's nothing. If anything here could be a weapon, it's... I'm disappointed. But despite that, I'm determined even in this hopeless situation. Things are already as bad as they can be, so they can't get any worse. Oh, you poor man. So all I have to do is run forward until I run out of energy. With the worst that is just my reconstruction, I channel magical energy into the 60-centimeter long poster. I have to turn it into something that can repel that lance, so I need to channel magical energy into every corner and solidify it. Basic quality. I forgot you were saying that. I extend my consciousness. As if soaking my blood into the poster through my skin, I permeate magical energy into it. I sense that I've hit the bottom, right before the magical energy overflows from it. I cut off all connection with the poster and shudder at the feeling of success. The poster is now as hard as metal. Ah, he reinforced it. Successfully at that. But it is as light as it was before, so I couldn't ask for a better sword. How many years has it been since I last succeeded at strengthening magic? It's kind of ironic. The magic I've never been able to achieve since Kiritsugu died is finally working in this kind of situation. I might be able to do something. I have some knowledge of how to use a sword. I hold the poster with both hands and stand up. I'll die anyway if I stay here, and I don't think I'll be able to flee even if I escape this house. So all I can do is run straight to the shed and make a stronger weapon. Come if you're gonna come. It won't be like before, and the instant I think that, my whole spine shivers. When did he arrive? Appearing from the ceiling, the guy drops straight at me. Silver light descends upon me. The guy that seems to have come straight through the ceiling descends to pierce my head. I frantically escape by rolling forward. He lands softly while I keep rolling, but I stop rolling and stand with my freshly made sword in hand. He turns to face me, looking bored.
余計な手間を。見えていればいたかろうと、俺なりの配慮だったのだがな。
He raises his lance again, seemingly uninterested. I don't know why, but he lacks the spirit he had at the school ground. In that case, I might be able to outwit him.
まったく、一日に同じ人間を二度殺す羽目になるとはな。いつになろうと、人の世は血生臭いということか。
The man is complaining as if he thinks nothing of me. I slowly move backwards. It's about 3 more meters to the window. Once out the window, it's about 20 meters to the shed. Then, I can run off this instant.
じゃあな、今度こそ迷うなよ、坊主。
He says blankly as if sighing it out. Pain assails my right arm. It happened in an instant. The man's lance is thrust without time for me to react. I would have faced my second death with that blow, but what prevented it was my newly made sword. He must have thought it was just paper. The lance thrust as if the poster wasn't there, was deflected by it and only skimmed my right arm.
ほう、変わった芸風だな、おい。
The man's expression goes away. His carelessness disappears and he's now staring at me with beast-like eyes. I screwed up. I was just being stupidly optimistic when I thought I could do something. The thing before me is a monster beyond belief. Painfully, I realized my foolishness for letting my guard down, even slightly against him. That's right. If I had been really desperate, I should have ran frantically to the window as soon as I miraculously avoided his first attack.
ただの坊主かと思ったが、なるほど。微弱だが魔力を感じる。心臓をうがたれて生きているってのはそういうことか。
He points his lance at me. I won't be able to block it. I can't possibly block that lightning-fast blow. If his weapon were a sword, I might have been able to at least prepare for it. But that's a lance. A sword follows a line, but a lance is a point. How am I supposed to block a blow from a point that I can't even see coming?
いいぜ。少しは楽しめそうじゃないか。
No, no fun. You don't need to have fun. The man's body descends. In that instant, his lance is swung sideways. I blocked the lance coming at my face with just my instincts.
いい子だ。ほら次行くぞ。
Oh, this guy's playing with us. There's a huge whirlwind. I don't know how he's moving the lance in this small room, but it makes a beautiful arc and comes to attack my body from the other side. My constructed sword, moved to stop it, bends. Is he using a hammer? Damn, this numbness feels like I've broken the bones in my arm.
Come out!
I swing the sword instinctively. He must take me lightly as he hadn't pulled back his lance, so I flick away the shaft with my sword. The arms that hit it go numb. The sword bends even more and the man's lance only moves slightly.
使えねえな。機械をくれてやったのに無駄な真似しやがって。まあ、魔術師に切り合いを望んでも仕方ねえんだろうが。
The man was just playing with me. He let me hit him once since I blocked him twice. But I used up my one and only chance for just a makeshift attack. That's why he sees no point in fighting me anymore.
拍子抜けだ。やはりすぐに死ねよ、坊主。
He readies his lance again. During that small unnecessary movement, without looking behind me, I jump out the window. Gun it, bro. I break the window with my back and roll outside. I roll a few times and get up and... But I thought I'd turn and swing behind me. The man hesitates a moment as I deflected his lance thrust. As I expected, if I jumped out the window, he would definitely come after me, and he would kill me even before I could get up. That's why I expected the fatal blow and swung at it. It was a bold plan. I would have died if it was a second too late or a second too early. But considering the difference in our skill, I could never have been too early. So all I had to do was get up as fast as possible and swing at what was coming behind me. The result was perfect. I won my bet and deflected the man's lance. I quickly regained my balance. Now I have to make it to the shed before he recovers.
飛べ。
The man who supposedly had his lance knocked away comes up at me empty-handed and spins and executes a roundhouse kick. The scenery flies past me. My battered chest is numb and I cannot breathe. No, what's more surprising is I'm flying. I never in my dreams thought that I would be sent flying by a mere roundhouse kick. I fall to the ground from my back. I hit a wall and come crashing down. I can't breathe. My vision is blurred. I manage to stand, supporting myself against the wall of my destination, the shed. I track the man with my blurred vision. I must have been kicked 20 meters. The man approaches, lance in hand. I'll be killed. I'll definitely be killed. The man will be here in a second. If I don't want to die now, I have to get up and face him. The lance comes out at me. I can't even turn around fully, and my collapsing body faces the man's lance.
せ男だったらちゃんと立ってる
How fortunate. I got lucky so I could hold myself up and my knees collapsed. The lance goes over my head and hits the door of the shed, opening it. So this is my last chance. If I go in the shed, there should be something that I could use as a weapon. Nice. I enter the shed on all fours. There.
そらこれでしまいだ
Fatal, inescapable blow is thrust.
こんな
And I block it. I unroll the poster and make it into a one-time shield. A huge impact. The opened up poster did block the lance, but it was not strong enough. It pierced through and transforms back into its original paper. Hit by the impact of the thrust lance, I'm flung to the wall. I fall on my butt and recover myself. When I raise my head to try to find a weapon,
爪だ今のは割と驚かされたぜ坊主
the man is pointing the lance at me. This is it. The man's lance is pointed directly at my heart. I know this. This is the smell of death I just felt a few hours ago.
「しかしわからねえな起点は効くくせに魔術はからっきしときた筋はいいようだがまだ若すぎたか
I can't hear him. My mind is focused only on the weapon in front of me. It's only natural, because I'll die when that thing is thrust. So everything else is gone from my mind. What else can I think about now that things have ended up like this?
もしやとは思うがお前が7人目だったのかもなまだとしてもこれで終わりなんだが
The man's arms move. The movement I couldn't even see before looks like it's in slow motion now. The running silver light. The spearhead moves straight from my heart. It will spill blood in the next second. I know this feeling. The feeling of metal running into me. The taste of blood coming up my throat. The sense of the world around me disappearing. I felt all of it earlier. And I have to experience it again? Really? I don't understand. Why do I have to go through this? This is bull. I can't accept this. I can't just die here meaninglessly. I was saved. I was saved so I can't die so easily. I have to live and fulfill my obligations. If I die, I can't do that. But the lance will pierce me. The spearhead will cut into my flesh and pierce my heart. It pisses me off. It's ridiculous to kill someone that easily. It's ridiculous for me to die so easily. Dying twice in one day, that's ridiculous as well. Damn, everything is so screwed up that I can't contain it all and...
ふざけるな俺は
will be killed meaninglessly by someone like you. Huh? Truly it.
何
Appear like magic. In a blinding light, it appears from behind me. My mind stops. All I know is that the figure who appeared is a girl. The moment it appears, it repels the lance thrust at my heart and steps up to the enemy without hesitation.
本気か7人目のサーバントだと
The man readies his deflected lance and the girl swings something she's holding. Sparks fly twice. A strong swing. The man hesitates, receiving a heavy blow from the girl. He must have realized he's at a disadvantage as he jumps out of the shed with bestial speed. While keeping her guard up against the man, she quietly turns to me. The wind is strong today. The clouds drift and the moon appears for a brief moment. The silver light that shines into the shed lights up with the girl in the nightly form. I'm speechless. Not because I'm confused by the sudden turn of events. I'm at a loss for words because of this girl. This girl's overwhelming beauty. The girl stares at me emotionlessly with her jewel-like eyes.
とあなたが 私のマスターか。
She says in a valiant voice.
マスター
Welcome back, Saber. I only repeat back her words. I don't know who she is or what she's talking about. All I know is that this small girl is the same kind of being as the man outside. Oh man, see, I'm so happy to see this again because I gotta tell you guys, one of my favorite characters besides obviously Shiro over here was always the servants of Archer and Saber. And to see them again and to see her back in the perspective of Shiro now from here on in, it's amazing. The girl says nothing and just stares at me silently. How can I put this? The figure in front of me is so special that I forget the situation, that the man outside could come and attack at any second. It feels like time has stopped just around me. The fear of death has disappeared and only the girl fills my vision.
サーバント・セーバー、召喚に従い参上した。マスター、指示を。
She speaks again. The instant I hear the words master and servant, a pain shoots through my left hand. It's like a hot iron has been placed on my hand. I grab my left hand instinctively. That must have been the signal as the girl quietly nods her lovely face.
これより我が剣はあなたと共にあり、あなたの運命は私と共にある。ここに契約は完了した。
契約って何の
Even I have some knowledge of magic. I understand what the word means. But the girl doesn't answer me and looks away with the same grace she had when she nodded. She looks at the door of the shed. There stands the man, his lance ready in his hand. She moves faster than I can think. The knightly girl leaps out of the shed without hesitation. I get up and follow the girl, even forgetting the pain in my body. There's no way that girl will be a match for him. Even armored like that, she's a girl smaller than me.
やめ
My words are silenced by the sound. I can't believe my eyes. This time my head really goes blank.
なんだあいつ
The sound of weapons. The moon is hidden behind the clouds and the yard has returned to its original darkness. In it, sparks are born from steel hitting steel. The lance-wielding man wordlessly attacks the girl who jumped out of the shed. But the girl parries the blow of the lance and knocks away all following attacks, driving the man back with every blow. I can't believe it. The girl called Saber is overpowering that man. The battle has begun. What happened between me and him earlier wasn't a battle. A battle is a fight between two people who can kill each other. Whatever the difference in skills, if each has a way to kill the other, then you can call it a battle. Their fight is a battle in that sense too. The man's lance that I couldn't even see is thrown with even more power. But the girl parries it with the thing in her hands and closes in on the man. The man retreats a bit. He holds his lance vertically to protect his ribs as the girl goes for them. For a moment, the man's lance glows. There was a blow like an explosion, and I guess it really was one. Instant the man blocks the thing the girl's holding, the lance in his hands glows as if electrified. The man, and even I, can tell what that is. That is a force of a magical energy so strong that it's visible. In each of the girl's blows is a terrible amount of magical energy. That outrageous amount of magical energy is penetrating the opponent's weapon just by touching it. Such a thing. It would take such force just to block it. If you think of the man's lance as an accurate sniper rifle, the blows of the girl are like those of a powerful shotgun. Every time the girl swings, the yard is filled with light. But that isn't what's overpowering the man.
卑怯者め自らの武器を隠すとは何事か
The man complains while avoiding the girl's fierce attacks. The girl doesn't answer, but only attacks even more with the thing in her hands.
てめえ
The man retreats with not even a chance for a counterattack, because the girl's weapon is invisible. As he cannot sense her range, it would be careless to attack recklessly. Yes, as it is invisible. The girl definitely has something in her hand. But as you can't see what shape it is, nor how long it is, you can't tell anything about it. Perhaps it's totally invisible as it does not show up even when sparks fly off from it. The man must be having a hard time defending against it as his moves aren't as sharp. And the girl lets out a voice for the first time. She swings her weapon with more fury. The stormer swings without pause. The flying sparks remind me of the blacksmith hitting iron. The lance-wielding man blocks them, clucking his tongue. I must say, I admire his skills even though he tried to kill me. The man is blocking invisible blows, watching only the opponent's legs and arms. But that's it. You only need to beat down someone who's gone defensive. As if to say so, the girl steps even closer to the man and delivers a blow with all her might as if smashing him down.
調子に乗るな、たわけ!
He must see this as his opportunity as the man disappears. No, he jumped back, making it look like he disappeared. The girl's blows cuts through the air and destroys the ground, kicking up dust. The blow swung as the final one was easily dodged.
バカ! 何やってんだあいつ!
I can tell even from a distance. I don't know about the careful blows from before, but such a big blow won't be able to touch that man. Even that man's body must have been straining under all those attacks. But he suppressed it for an instant and jumped away, as if this blow would determine the victor.
Hit!
The man who jumped back several meters jumps as soon as he lands. As if reversing his retreat, he jumps at the girl. In contrast, the girl still has her sword on the ground. That opening is irrevocable. The red lance returns in less than a second and the girl twirls her body with the sword still on the ground. So the contest lasts less than a second. The man sees his mistake and tries to hold back while the girl uses her whole body to execute her blow. The man is blown away and the girl who blew him away both seem discontent. They each launch their blows to kill the other. Even if they allowed them to escape immediate danger, they were worthless. Their distance opens. The two stare at each other silently.
どうしたランサー? 止まっていては僧兵の名が泣こう。そちらが来ないのなら私が行くが。
わざわざ死にに来るか。それは構わんが、その前に一つだけ聞かせろ。貴様の宝具、それは剣か?
The man glares as if staring right into her heart.
さあどうかな。旋風かもしれぬし、双剣かもしれぬ。いや、もしや弓かもしれんぞ、ランサ
ー。抜かせ、セイバー。
Perhaps it's really funny for him. The man, the one called Lancer, lowers his lance. It looks like he's indicating that he doesn't want to fight anymore. The girl's puzzled by Lancer's action, but I know that stance. It was used in that fight a few hours ago in that schoolyard. It's the fatal move that was supposed to have ended the show.
ついでにもう一つ聞くがな。お互い初見だしよ。ここらで分けって気はないか。悪い話じゃないだろ。そら、あそこでほうけているお前のマスターは使い物にならんし、俺のマスターとて姿を晒せねえ大ふぬけときた。ここはお互い万全の状態になるまで勝負を持ち越した方が好ましいんだが。
断る。あなたはここで倒れろ、ランサー。
そうかよ。たく、こっちはもともと様子見が目的だったんだぜ。サーバントが出たとあっちゃ長居する気はなかったんだが。
Oh, it seems like the air around them distorted. Lancer lowers his stance. A chill runs through the air at that moment. It's exactly like back then. The magical energy rumbles in a whirlpool centered on that lance.
Hog!
The girl readies her apparent sword and glares at the enemy in front of her. The girl facing the enemy knows better than I how dangerous he is.
じゃあな、その心臓もらい受ける。
The beast jumps. Lancer instantly appears in front of the girl as if he teleported and thrusts his lance at the girl's feet. It was a bad move even in my eyes. With the lance already lowered, it wouldn't be effective to aim low at the girl. To prove my point, the girl jumps over the lance and moves forward to slash Lancer away. At that moment,
Gate!
with words themselves charged with magical energy,
Bark!
the lance stops at the girl's feet, rushes towards her heart. Her body rises into the air. The girl is driven up into the air by the blow of the lance as she crashes down. No, lands on the ground. She's bleeding. The girl who hasn't even received a scratch so far is bleeding badly from her chest.
呪詛。いや、今のは因果の逆転か。